Hey, welcome back to the High Heels and Tea podcast. I'm Crystal Lee.
This is Rihanna.
And y'all, today we are joined by Boss Babe Destiney, owner of Destiney Indulgence. How you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Thank you for joining us.
Of course. My pleasure.
Can you share a real quick background on your business, your brand?
Yeah, so I started making cakes at home for like family and friends, and I was literally like a supervisor at a scientific research company. So I had never baked at all, but something was just telling me, okay, I'm gonna make this cake. I was really trying to save my friend some money. Somebody had quoted her something, and I was like, girl, don't you ever pay that amount? And now I charge like triple what she was charging. But I told her, I was like, no, girl, I'm gonna make it. And so I made her cake, and it went viral or whatever. And so I was just making cakes for family and friends or whatever. And like I was at my job that I was working at and like coming up with a name. And I was like, this would be so cool. Like I was designing a business card and everything. I never desired to bake a day in my life before then. I was just like, I'm going to do this. And my husband was looking like, girl, you crazy. Like you do not bake, like for real. This is a hobby. This is a hobby. But I literally picked up those business cards like Office Max that same day and everything.
Hell yeah.
And
What you charge a friend now?
How about that?
yeah, I would still charge her 3 times. We not even friends no more.
Oh, well, she gonna definitely get yours 3 times down.
But that's how it turned out. We were I was like constantly posting or whatever. I had stuff going viral back to back. And then to actually open the store, we got on TikTok like a little bit before the pandemic when TikTok was like everybody was getting on TikTok because they was getting bored. It was getting followers like nonstop, like 30,000 in like 2 weeks or whatever, and then 60,000, and now we're at 80,000. No. 90,000, but just on TikTok or whatever, and then we have our other platforms. So TikTok was really the thing that made us pivot into opening a store, because I'm like, okay, I think these people really think I have a talent. So that actually pushed it. It got investors involved to get a storefront. So now we have a storefront. So
girl.
That's how I started.
High five for that. Before we go into the next, that is dope. TikTok definitely gives you a lot of exposure. What was it about your cake that made it viral? Was you breaking down like the process of baking, or was it the design, the colors? What was it?
The first cake, I have no idea. I look back at it all the time and I'm like, I would have never paid for it. It's like the ugliest thing in the world.
What kind of cake was it?
It was a 2-tier cake, and it was like chocolate ganache on top, which is like that glazy type chocolate. And at the bottom, it was like covered in like Oreo, like cookies and cream. And then it had some like poorly done chocolate covered strawberries on top, and then like a drip or whatever. And I don't know why it went viral. It was pretty ugly, but it's also to the point where I have a different standard now. These are probably the same berries that you would have bought from like edible arrangements or cherry berries, but sometimes when you actually look at them, they a little raggedy or whatever. And so that's how I looked at it. I'm like, it's a little raggedy right now.
If it's gonna be bunched up and
Well, I guess the amount you pay for it, I guess it's like
you can order food.
Yeah.
Don't listen to me. I don't have the ugly berries.
The appearance and like probably like you
presentation.
Said, it was like during COVID, everybody was out like in the house, and people was like, "Ooh, that looks good."
Yes.
It was probably the different types of tiers that you had that caught everybody's attention, because I'd be like, Oreos, strawberries, like I ain't
Cream filling.
They got the drizzle.
Have you ever thought about doing like the baking shows? Like, oh my God, it's the one baking show on Netflix. I cannot remember the name of it. Nailed it. Yes. Have you ever thought about that? Like these baking competitions?
No, I mean, everybody always throws it out there, and I'm just horrible under pressure. You can ask my staff when, even on a like busy Saturday, and it's like I have to be pulled so many different ways, and I feel like I'm going crazy. Like if I keep on hearing the door open, I'm like, "Hello, welcome in," and I'm over here working on a cake, or I got people asking me questions. Like I'm just horrible under pressure, and y'all would just see me on that show, and I would be balled up in a corner, or I lock myself in the walk-in freezer, and I'm just like rocking back and forth crying because I'm just bad under pressure.
Nailed It is more fun though.
But Nailed It, I don't think you not supposed to have no skill on Nailed It.
ideally, but there have been people on it that actually like kind of come with a little bit of something. Like they're not completely, it's not foreign. And then but majority for sure.
They won't let a professional on there though. I guarantee.
Right. You can't be like, I have a bakery.
Right, they be like, no, she can't be on here. Right.
Nah,
Like, no, she cheated for sure.
You can't do
they gotta be amateurs, but the other ones that's just like
there are more
they're
actual competitors. I own a shop in New Jersey. It came down from grandma and learned how to bake.
right.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. True.
We always watch that, and what people don't understand about with baking, which I want to know more, how did you perfect this? Like baking is one of those, you cannot BS the process. You have to follow the process to make this successful. And I'm definitely one of those, I don't need to read the directions until it doesn't look right, and then let me go back and read the directions type of person.
Gotta get the box out the trash.
Yeah, like, what the hell is that? Why you tell me we need 3 eggs? Like, I'm that for sure. How did you learn to perfect the process, especially just saying, you know what, friend, I'll help you out, so now you actually have an entire business baking?
Well, I've always been like a do-it-yourselfer, like with everything. And even if I saw like art in like a home goods store, I'd be like, I don't know, $80. Like I can make this, I can splatter paint. So it's like I feel like I've always had that ability to just like look at something, let me see how I can bring it together.
Yes.
But then in this situation, it was a lot of trial and error. I was doing it way before the pandemic. I've been doing this since 2016 or whatever. So that's when stuff was going viral on like Facebook or whatever, before we got on TikTok. And it was just, okay, let me take another order or whatever. And then I would start realizing, okay, well, if I put the cake in the refrigerator, it's easy to work with. Like if it's colder, then I can smooth it out easier. It was a lot of YouTube University. I say that all the time. I am self-taught, but I was watching so many other people's videos where I'm like, because I didn't want to waste no money and I didn't want to waste no time. So I don't want to like, let me rush the process and let me do what I think is supposed to be done.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, now I got to scrape it all off. Now I got to start over. Now I got to go back to the store. Now I got to go. So let me figure out how they did it and how they executed it. And I'm going to do it that way.
Yes.
See if it works for me. And it did. YouTube really helped out a lot. So
Yeah, I go watch afterwards. I be like,
oh no,
some stuff I just
you gotta do it before.
It's messy.
My husband went and worked on our roof after watching YouTube. Like he was like, I can go up there and fix the roof myself. Yes.
Yeah, I did a lot of stuff. Like I told you, friend, with the plumbing, with the pipes.
Yes, you
better
did.
watch YouTube.
Yes.
You did some plumbing?
Girl, I did some plumbing.
Oh.
I did everything what's available. You got YouTube University.
I don't know if I got the patience
you
to
out.
learn it first and then do it. That's
You gotta watch it in high. You gotta turn the speed up. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Do you do that? You turn the speed up and.
yeah.
I go to the part that I need.
Just like skip that. Okay, that's all I need to hear. All right, let me go do it.
It's something I learned. I think I learned how to like program my garage door and my car from YouTube.
There you go.
That's it. But
I
that's
learned
after
how to put what's the stuff called that you Freon. I learned how to put Freon in my car. For
Really?
Air conditioner from
I ain't
YouTube.
turned my air on none last year. I swear, because I feel like I was like, you know how it is when you driving, right? It's like if I turn my air on, something's gonna break down. My daughter will tell you, they was in the car like, Mama. I'm like, the air might work. I don't know. I just don't feel like turning it on and then something else break. I'm not turning the air on. I swear.
I'm like,
we'll be out the car in 5 minutes.
No, we'd be hot.
Yes, and then there's something else wrong. That was the history of my car.
I got the air on now in my car.
Really?
And it's February. Yes.
Girl, nah.
But the heated seats and then the air on.
Because it does.
You gonna be sick.
Ass cold, ass hot, face cold. Body don't know what to do.
Like, wait a minute, where are we?
What are your favorite type of cakes to make? Like birthdays, weddings?
Wedding cakes.
Why?
Um,
You can feel the love in it.
Look
at me.
I guess because a lot of my couples give me a lot of creative freedom, and then also all of my wedding cakes are deliveries normally. It's a few people to pick up, but normally, and then I get to see that. I get to see the ambience. I get to network with other vendors, and then I get inspired with other stuff. I'm like, man, this is amazing. Like, look at these flowers. Like now the weddings now are just like ridiculous.
Next level.
Like I'm like,
Yes.
where do they work?
Yes.
These
all
weddings.
that life.
So do it.
No, yeah.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Saving up all their lives for it.
Man.
So, what is it about birthday cakes that makes it not your favorite? Is it the type of request you get?
Well, I wouldn't say that it's. I mean, it's a good second though. I like birthday cakes because they come along with kids, and some of these kids get so excited, like so excited when I bring to life a cake, especially. Yeah, especially when I do a boy cake, because I'm a mom of 3 girls, and so when I can relate to a boy and a little boy walk in, he be like, "Oh my gosh, let's go! This is so fun!" Like I be like, "Oh, I guess I did it. I guess I did it right." They be like, "This so look, it's marshmallow." I'm like, I don't even know who these people are, but it's like I do a little research. I'm like, this person look dope. This person.
Yeah.
If I was an 8-year-old boy, I like this. That's how I be. So I wouldn't say that I dislike it. It'll just be a second favorite. And then, honestly, the kids is one of the reasons why I'm a people pleaser, unfortunately. Owning a business is really strenuous on me. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. But my customers that I love, that's one of the reasons why I want to stay open. Even though I know I can venture off and do other things, like I make more money doing content, but it's like my customers and their kids and these reactions and how excited and happy they get, and like they come to me year after year like, "Oh, you gotta go, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, okay, we got another one in February." And it's just like they don't want to go nowhere, so I'm like, I can't leave them high and dry. So
Be good.
Yes. Once you found a good baker, cakes, all that, yes, you get locked in. Be like, my birthday in March, my daughter's birthday in February.
Always.
Like, yes.
Like, put me on your
They'd text me like 4 months and 4 years. So 4 months beforehand, and they just like, "All right, you gotta get ready for so and so birthday."
Get ready.
They be like,
Unicorns.
you start thinking they will get your wheels turning. She doing unicorns. She doing mermaids.
Yes. So I went through your content and I saw you have your kids too, incorporating your business. So it's family owned business. Or do they help you?
My kids, my kids just want some of my shine.
I got 3 girls too.
Like because they do, like even her friends. I go up to their school. They be like, "Can you shout me out on your TikTok? Can you like?" And so my kids, they be wanting some of that. I'm like, I worked hard for that by myself or whatever. I share it with them a little bit, but it's like I did build my following by myself. And so my kids be like, can I make a cake? Can I da 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 da? And the last thing I want to do is be one of the people that like they actually use their kids as like
the problem.
Yeah, and then it's like they're the reason why they're making the money.
Yeah,
and that's
the kids.
Exploiting the kids. It's just like, oh, you over here pinching the kid, making the kid cry, and all that other stuff. And I don't really like that too much. And so when my girls, I always tell them, I'm like, I want to keep my content pretty uniform. So I'm like, if you want to do something and you really want to try this, my oldest, she really don't like making cake. She is so dope though. Like she is so sick with it, but she don't really like it.
Okay.
She want to be a chef like her dad. Okay, go on the savory side, go on somewhere. But I'll still upload her stuff when she does want to make it because she wants the attention. She want to be able to be like, I got a million views on here. Like I'm like, oh my gosh. And then she always want to check too, because now she know how stuff monetized, and she like, well, if I do this and it get this many views, can I? You're right. Can I get $200? Like if it make you 9, can I get 2? And I'm like, I made you like. She tries to.
How old is she?
She's 11.
Oh, girl. She's smart. She's smart. My girls are the opposite. I got 3 girls too, and they more like, yeah, that's my mom. You know what I mean? And they like to show their friends or whatever. Like, you mention anything about mom, like, yeah, that's my mom. They be like, oh my God, that's your mom. Like, yeah, that's my mom. But they don't care. Like. They don't care at all. Like, at all. My baby girl, most similar to what you're saying, she'll be like, how many views you get? And I'm like, oh, I got this many. You know what you should do? You should do this and you should do that. You should. And I'll be like, girl.
They be trying to look you too. I'm like,
woman, I know how to do this.
Right.
But my girls, they don't care. They don't even care about them being a part of it. for the views or anything, they just be like, I don't care about that.
And like, we don't want to be involved.
Yeah, we don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah,
But
my
it sounds
kids
like
not
to
like
me
that.
that just doing this and making people happy, it fulfills you.
Yes,
And
you get
so it's
self-satisfaction out of
yeah,
other
it's
people's
just-
happiness.
Yeah,
So people
that's
pleasing,
awesome.
a lot of time people use like people pleasing as like a negative thing, and it could be a negative thing, right? But at the same time, it could be just your love language.
Yeah.
I get pleasure and fulfillment making other people happy. So it's fine to be people pleasing, but the problem is could come who you're pleasing, you know. But I'm a people's pleaser, you know, and I'm okay with it. Like I literally love making people happy. I love when anyone around me. I want you to be comfortable. I want you to be happy. I want to make you smile. I love doing all of that.
Laugh
And
and
when I
joke.
see you happy and you good, I'm cool, you know. And there's nothing wrong with that, though, girl.
Not at all.
But sometimes it is. Though.
Who you doing it
Yeah,
to? What you
but
think is
not
the
in your
problem with
business,
that?
though.
I guess because with having a storefront business, anybody
Okay.
can walk into that business.
Yes.
And it's like if I had, let's say I was just a private caterer or did private cakes or whatever, and
Yes.
people just came to me behind the scenes, I think I would love my business a lot more. But the fact that I have people that can just, anybody off the street can walk into my store, they can
Yes.
treat my staff however they want to treat
Yes.
them. They can demand that we serve them in a certain way or
Yes.
feel like, oh, you didn't greet me properly or you should have this discount because I'm a new customer. It's just like where do people be finding
The
gold?
audacity.
And I'm like, or like people will come in your store and like turn up their nose, like flick around your stuff and like turn their nose up at your prices and then act, well, why don't you have this? Why don't you have this? You should make
That's what people
cannolis.
do.
And I'm like, the audacity, because this is my house. I swear, I'm there. I'm in my bakery so long. And you just come up in my space and then demand that, you know, I speak to you a certain way or that I have this or I stopped helping this customer to
help
answer
you.
your question after I just said one moment, please, we'll be with you in a moment. Or you're just demanding all this special service. And I'm like, this is actually
Customer
insane.
service.
I'm trying to think how to solve the problem. That's all I've been thinking.
It's no way to solve a problem.
I think
because
it
It's
is.
not.
It's-
That's the
it's
same.
not.
That's the same way with us with shoe retail business. That's just like us. We'll put out a style of shoe. We get. You got that in another color? What size? You will put the sizes up there. Do you got a size 9?
Oh my
it's
gosh.
like, did I not
I
just
have everything
basically?
here.
So let me say what humbled me with that. So for instance, like you got a pair of heels, right? You selling your heels and you like, I only got size 7 left. One size 7 left and it's sold out. And somebody comments, somebody comment like, oh, you got size 9, size 10. One time I was trying to get my hair done and I just saw the picture and I instantly went to her DMs like, hey, you got this and that. And then I'm waiting. And then I go back to the profile and her profile simply says, do not DM me, call this number to make appointments, right? And I was like, oh, right? So this is me being in business for so long. I know, like, okay, people don't read. Bottom line, people don't be reading. And I was so frustrated with it. Like, dang, people don't be reading. And I did the exact same thing, the most human thing that anybody can do. And that humbled me. So now I don't take it too personal in so many words. Like, oh, dang, you ain't read. Which we know. I go do that all day. Like, they ain't read. But it just be like, you know what? Nah, because sometimes you just be super excited. But I'm just saying that humbled me.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying too.
It's not a way
And
you can problem solve it.
I don't know.
It's not because
Okay.
people are coming.
If I
that's
think of
just
something, I'm gonna inbox you.
Yeah.
I'm like, I
It's
found
no way
it. This is what you do.
problem solve that. Because if somebody comes,
You can't
into
combat it?
No, there's nothing you can do with that because those are those people. You know, that's just like she's saying. People are coming into her store. Oh, why don't you have cannolis, bitch? Do you see cannolis out here? Like, what are you asking me for? I don't serve cannolis. Like, this isn't my thing.
But if
that
she
I
say
have.
like, I don't have them because I don't serve 'em. Oh, your attitude is.
Yes, exactly. So my thing is, you see my menu. I'm pretty sure that you have a menu.
I have a menu.
You see my price list. You see what I serve. You see what I have to offer.
That's your solution.
I mean,
you can hire Rihanna.
But it's common sense though.
Have them come in and talk to her.
People would.
Some things do be common sense. And,
Yeah, but a lot of people don't use their common sense. And I agree with you about people not reading.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, because we
But I would
get
ask you.
we get worked up because we be excited like, I want to do this, I want to do that. But at the same time, if you take seconds to like read what's available, because 9 times out of 10 a business gives you that information. You won't have this problem. You won't ask that question.
And then it's about how you ask it too. Because you can
that
ask
part
it
too.
a rude way.
Yeah.
Like I had somebody come in and they were just like, well, how are you supposed to know how much the cakes cost? And I'm like, we're a custom bakery at the end of the day, but we have a like pricing
That was
QR
gonna be
code.
my name.
We
My
have a
next
pricing
question.
code.
Yes, send
and
it.
it's like just to give you an idea, and it's just about how you ask it. You could say, oh, do you have a price list or anything? Or like, if I wanted to place a custom cake order, like, how do I get a quote on that, or just to see where your cake started? Like, instead of just saying, how am I supposed to know? Like, this is too much for me.
So you work front house and back, is what you're saying?
I mean, the layout of my bakery, everything is pretty.
In
it's
the
an
front.
open concept.
Okay.
It's an open.
You see, I'm still digging. I'm still like, no,
people
we're gonna
see
solve
you,
this
you back there
problem.
whipping it up in
I'm trying
front.
to
You can
think.
see. So yeah.
Okay.
But you're trying to see
I got
a way
an
to
idea.
resolve it.
It's not a way to resolve, because even when we
You
moved
gotta
in,
change people's mindsets. It's nothing that got to do with the person within the business. It's that person.
yeah, because I guarantee you, we're not doing. I mean, even from the moment that we opened, we were getting like hateful phone calls. We didn't know we moved into a racist neighborhood, but apparently we did, because people were just so upset of the fact that I was just black and in their neighborhood, and it's a shopping mall, and I was the first black business in that shopping mall, and I couldn't believe how many times we were getting phone calls of people calling asking for a racist cake. They was obviously joking, but asking for racist cakes with racial slurs, just trying to get a reaction out of me. We got vandalized a couple times when we first opened, and even when American Express, they have this like proud black-owned business sticker that you put on the. I didn't even want to put it up.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, I'm like, I don't want to put another target on my back. Like, they already know I'm black, and they hate it for some reason. And it's just like, even those people that come in and turn up their nose, just like, we can't charge these prices because we black, or we can't look this way because we black, or they expect it to be raggedy. They're like, wait, it's black on? Like, what? That's not a question you can ask.
Yeah.
With your color.
I can only imagine then what you're saying you're going through.
Yeah.
I
I mean, but
imagine.
people are going to attack you.
People are
regardless.
going to be people.
Yeah, exactly. And you can't change. That's what I mean. There's no problem. There's no way to solve that
No, I
problem.
don't want to solve them. I want to help her.
Yeah, but it's no way that she can solve their problem.
Being a
She can't
service
change
base.
people. Yeah, she
don't
can't
know.
be.
I wish
She
there was a
probably
way
is
you
the
could block
nicest
them.
person. She could probably be the nicest person.
Yeah.
People could walk in. Hey, how you doing? We have these and this and this.
Yeah.
If you need help, please look at the menu. Oh, why is that ain't on the menu? Oh, this $10. It's supposed to be $22.
$40.
So,
This just for one slice? Like, it shows one slice, and then you see the price. Like, you think you're going to get a whole cake. We're like, is this $7 for the slice of the whole cake?
man, go to Walmart.
You cannot go to Sam's Club and get a cake for
No.
$7 no more.
No.
Even the little
Okay.
pound one.
No, they not.
You gotta do it yourself.
Yeah. Get your box. Get
Start
your
off
box
and do it
cake.
yourself.
Yes,
Get
please
your-
go do it yourself. Walmart
So-
is literally right across the street from us.
Yes.
And I
Walmart
can't say
cakes
that.
are expensive too now.
They are?
Yeah.
I haven't bought a cake in a while.
Yeah, but
What?
But they
prices
take food
have went
stamps
up.
though.
So what do
Yeah, I
you
know.
have going on next? I know you said you booked and busy, like, period. What's next going on with your business with the bakery? Do you plan to relocate? Do you plan to expand?
We are kind of in a figuring things out
Okay.
zone right now. I definitely want to continue to make cakes, but I'm honestly gravitating more towards doing just almost like catering and doing it in a more private setting versus having a storefront where people are in a walk-in basis, because we have like 55 things that are available every day. But my heart belongs to cakes and doing
Okay.
custom cakes, and the people that are stressing me out are the walk-in people
I'm about to say that
might just be
Those kind of
getting cupcakes and might just be getting one cake pop and upset about the price of the cake pop, even though it's comparable to Starbucks. But I feel like right now we're kind of in a waiting period. Me and my husband really want to open up a event space, and we've kind of been exploring just having a small studio there to continue doing content and be able to continue doing the cakes, but on a more private, like I don't know. I want my luxury clients only, like VIP.
Yes.
I will
Exactly.
continue to service you, and not your cousin, or
Yeah.
like not these people.
Or if your cousin wants some, she got to go through you.
Right. I even thought about like a rewards program. I'm like,
That's
okay, I
awesome.
got my black card members.
Yes.
They have these cards, and then I will take referrals from them.
That's
Or,
awesome.
you
That's
know,
combating it though. Still, that's awesome.
And
Yeah,
that narrows the audience
Yep.
that you cater to
and
as
then
well.
I can continue to do what I love. Because right now, even though, I mean, I have good times at the bakery when, you know, I have kids that come see us every single day. And it's just the most adorable thing. But I am in that situation like people pleasing because I'm open for them. I'm not open for me because I know where my heart is. I know where my heart is doing custom cakes and doing content because that's what pays me. Versus just keeping the store open for, you know, 12 hours a day and dealing with some of
Yeah.
the stuff that I deal
Yeah.
with. And keeping employees is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very hard.
Keeping people
Get the
who's
kids
actually
on there. Get the
passionate.
kids on the payroll.
Yeah.
My
Put them to
kids, my
work.
kids don't. My kids do not like me. They like being there for the camera. They will record their little 5-minute little video.
Yes.
And my kids, they be like, all right,
All right.
I'm out.
Take me home.
I'll be like, why is your dad here? Like I just see their dad
Yes.
pull up. They're like, I called dad so he could pick me up. I'm not
Uh-uh.
saying that. I'm like, okay, get out, bye.
Oh my God. Well, thank you so much for just stopping in and giving us a glimpse into everything
Yes.
with your bakery business. And know you have so much more success going on. And ideally, definitely being a people pleaser is not a problem. Just get the control over it. And it sounds like you have a plan to control everything a little bit more.
And
so.
those are some great ideas.
Yeah, great ideas for sure. But if you hear from us, like we ain't VIP, like put us on the
Yeah,
VIP because we got some
little
kids.
Cake.
Yeah, we need some kids. Little man need little cake. Can you help us?
Man.
But thank you again for just stopping in
And I
sitting with
guess
us.
can you give us information on where your location is?
Yeah, we're located in Bridgeton. It's right next to the Bridgeton Hobby Lobby. It's 11977 St. Charles Rock Road.
Okay.
And then Suite 125. But you
Okay.
can also find us on TikTok, which is Destin Indulgence.
Okay.
Or the website is destinindulgence.com.
And before you like shut everybody out, how can they go ahead and book you?
Order cake.
Yes, order cakes.
Or what's your time range? Because sometimes you have to make an order prior to.
Oh, that's a good
We
question.
recommend about 6 to 8 weeks. We book up really fast, especially when it's like wedding season, baby shower season, grad
Yes.
season, or whatever. We book up really fast. So we take bookings up to a year out.
Okay.
Weddings can be 2 years out. Yeah.
And how do they book?
I always say sooner the better. Through the website, destinindulgence.com, or they can just contact the store.
Awesome.
Thank you. That was a good question, Kim. But thank you again for joining us. And thank y'all for listening to the High Heels and Tea podcast. Bye-bye.